Hi, good morning, Marina. Welcome to the Saturday morning writing live stream. Saturday spins, that's what we call it. I am Gillian St. Kevin, author of Empowering Queer Fantasies. Oh my gosh.
It's right, you're still going to sound more organised than me. I still haven't figured out how to say this in a pithy way, so you win.
It does make me feel better. I am Gillian St. Kevin, author of Empowering Queer Fantasy That Confounds Expectations. Usually this is where I would introduce my amazing co-host, Jamie Sands, but Jamie is here, a voice in the chat, a ghost from Auckland, a small snoozer, which I love. I am
Still
a
a
big
better
fan.
description than me.
Yep. And apologies for already making the chat really confusing because I show up as Jamie Sands when I post, but yay. And yeah, with me today is our other amazing co-host, Amy Blythe. Hi, Amy.
Hi. How you doing?
Despite the wonkiness of this introduction, I'm actually doing okay today.
Nice.
I think.
Yeah, I feel similarly. Like, actually, things are going slightly better than they were a few days ago. I'm feeling less completely overwhelmed. I should introduce myself. I write contemporary romance. Well, I write all sorts of things. I publish contemporary romance. I have a series complete, probably, with all international locations. They're romantic comedies-ish. Yeah. And then I have a couple of sapphic romances, one full length, one short. Yeah.
Yay. It feels like it's been a really long week. And I don't know why.
Stupid fast.
Yep. I was telling Jamie earlier today, I actually took yesterday off. I had a full day off so that I would have more energy for today. And I don't actually think I gained any energy. I think it just made me slightly loopier, but that is okay. And Jamie's week flew by, so I'm not alone in that, it seems.
Yeah, this week felt really full and fast. Just big, lots of things. But it's quite nice having some of them behind me, actually. I think that might be some of why I'm feeling slightly better.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's nice.
Yep. I managed to update both of my fanfics. One of them is on to three chapters published. The other one is up to 2 chapters published, and one of them has over 1,000 hits. So I am very pleased with that.
You are making a lot of people happy.
Yeah, it's got something like 97 bookmarks or something. I am not obsessively checking my archive of our own stats, but
why not? That sounds like a great source of motivation.
It is, until you become like, oh, all these people are giving me kudos and no one is leaving me comments, which...
But do you know what that is? I've never left a comment because you have to sign in to leave a comment. So I just take kudos on like everything.
Yeah, it's like I do the same thing. The idea of leaving a comment is like really intimidating somehow.
And I actually still haven't created an account on AO3.
Yeah.
Like I'm just never that organized. So
yeah. Jamie's just made me realize I have not actually shared these fics with anyone.
Well, a lot of people have found them.
Yeah. Let me see.
So is that what you're going to be working on this morning?
Yes. The Lucifer Lilith pre-fall fic. I was pretty sure that I could finish it in 3 chapters. And this may mean that I just write one massive chapter today. or it may end up being 4 chapters. But
I feel like all of my favorite fics, they start out going, this is going to be about this long. Then they're like, they get to that length and they're like, not even at halfway yet, just so you know.
yeah, the other one, I wanted to just kind of continue the series a little bit because I was just like really upset that Charlie did not know that Serpentius was alive. So, I was like, okay, I'll just write that bit. And then I was like, actually, I want to write more. And now I'm like, okay, if I can contain this in like 8 chapters for like 8 episodes, that should give me enough time to get everything out of my system. And I think it's working. I think I am slightly less obsessed with this series than I was last week, which is good.
Well, you've just got somewhere to put it now.
Yep. Yay.
Yay.
Jamie's just posted one of my all-time favorite BTS fics is something like 15 chapters over 80,000 words, and the first 2 chapters have notes like, this is almost done, just one more chapter.
Yeah.
That is not going to be me. I will be very disappointed if that is me. So
I mean, why? Like, I think it's fine. It's kind of almost like a fan fiction thing, right? It's how you give yourself permission. You say, well, it's not going to be that much, so it's okay because this is not taking up too much of my time. And you keep telling yourself that right all the way through the journey. It's like, that's the only way you can like allow yourself to do it. But it's silly. Like, just do it. You love it.
I do want to get back to writing serious crew though.
Oh yeah. Okay. I feel yeah. Yeah. I feel like I haven't really like written any fan fiction since I started publishing. Like all my stories are older than that. Yeah. Yeah, it is a tricky one with that like sense of, okay, I've got this much writing time in the day. Yeah, but I don't know. You're pretty prolific, Jillian. Don't beat yourself up too hard.
Well, the beating yourself up does make it harder to write. So
yeah.
What do we usually do on these streams on a Saturday? We
Saturday's
share our win for the
Yeah.
week. I think I kind of did. My win was getting those chapters up. Oh, and I did something for my health yesterday. I went and saw a doctor, which is good.
Nice.
Yep.
That's a good step in the right direction, feels like.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like I've been visiting a lot of doctors lately. My daughter's bunged her knee, and like it's quite a frustrating process because it's like trying to figure out what the actual problem is. So every doctor's visit, she's like, they don't actually help me. They just poke my knee and cause me pain and then do nothing to fix it. I'm like, yeah, that is what is happening. But it is a necessary process to get to the source of the issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine was just like a necessary appointment to check that I'm still anxious and still need my prescription for my anxiety med. So I was able to assure him of both things. And then the doctor was like, is that a sketchbook? And I was like, yes, let me show you my art.
I love it.
But yeah, he
Sounds
was
like a nice doctor.
He is, I have some issues with him, but I think we're just on completely different wavelengths, but I think he is trying hard.
I wasn't that big a fan of my previous doctor, and then he retired, so I never had to do anything about it. It was brilliant. And like all the new people that have jumped into his clinic, like and taken over his spot, there's a couple of them. They're all like lovely, like women around my age or a little bit younger, and just like I feel like all of them I trust and connect with and feel listened to. And I'm like, this has worked out beautifully. It didn't have to do anything. It just solved itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am locked into going to my current doctor because the other doctor in the area said mean things about my granddad. So we are in a feud with this doctor who probably doesn't even know about this.
That is such great small town drama.
Yes. Yep. But it
I'm trying to think what
mildly
my win would
inconvenient.
be. I don't know. I feel like there were a lot of things that had to get ticked off this week. I booked Elena in for an MRI.
Yep.
So that sucks, but it's also a good step. I don't know. Oh, I know. So I've been organising with other awesome people an inter-school poetry slam in Christchurch. And the other awesome people aren't able to do it this year. They've got big life stuff going on. And so, but we've got support from the Auckland outfit who do, like, they have a massive program that's been running there for over a decade. So we've got financial backing and like emotional support.
Brilliant.
But I can't do this job. Like, I already have a full-time job and then children and also trying to write shit. So like, there's no way I can do the job of running this thing. But they were like, so you just need to find someone who can. I was like, okay, that's another job. But I found someone this week. So I have a
That's
person who is a
fantastic.
poet, a performer. They're like a community coordinator sort of person, organized and enigmatic, like ticks all the boxes. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a massive relief. Like, I'll still be involved, but like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I can hand some stuff off.
That is absolutely brilliant. And that
It'd
would
be
just feel
slightly
so
less
great.
overloaded. So
Yeah,
that's a big win.
that is a massive win. Jamie's accomplishments are doing a remote class visit for teen writers, which went well, and also
Nice.
updating their Substack for the first time in a month, which brilliant. That
Good
is
job.
really exciting.
I love having writers come into school. We had Karen Healy last week and it was just so good. The kids were just so on fire.
Yep. I was in the middle of sharing my fanfic. Sorry, I'm so bad at this. No,
You're
I
fine.
am just not good at. No. I am trying to reframe what
Multitasking
I
is a
just
bitch.
said. Yes, because Amy has been calling me up on putting myself down, and it is something I need to stop. And it's actually shocking to realize how often you and casually you do this. Well, I do this, but I expect that if I've got this issue, a lot of other people do as well.
Yeah. I think it's actually there's a bit of a cultural thing, I think, too, in New Zealand, of like
Yes.
our version of humility is kind of low-key self-flagellation.
Yep.
And so we diss ourselves, like right from primary school. Like, do you remember being like with the other kids doing drawings? You'd be like, oh my gosh, mine is so bad. Mine is not very good. Don't look at it. And yet it didn't actually mean you even thought it was bad. It was just like the appropriate, especially if somebody praised your work. If someone said it was good, you're like, oh, it's not that good. No, 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 no. Like the tall poppy syndrome thing kind of run amok. Like, we just bring ourselves down. But I think it affects our thinking. Like, we say it and eventually we think it, even if the first times we were saying it, it was just putting on humility. I don't know.
I think I missed that because I came into the New Zealand school system from Australia. So when I entered the New Zealand school system, I was ahead of my classmates. Like, I could read. And when we did classwork in primary school, I would finish way before anyone else. So my teacher was just like, okay, you can go to the library. So I would just like finish my work as quickly as possible and then just up and leave. So I missed all of that self-assessment. And then when I went upper class, I just like finished my work and left, and the teacher was like, "What are you doing? You sit back here, you little," and just like was like called up my
Oh,
parents and
man.
was like, your daughter is so disrespectful. She just walks out of the classroom." And I genuinely did not know I wasn't allowed to do that.
And the teacher, it didn't occur to the teacher to like ask you, like, why are you doing this?
No.
So how old were you when you started New Zealand school?
5.
Oh,
But
okay. So it was still at the
Australia,
start.
there was like, I don't know if this is like all Australian schools or I was at a special school, but I started school in Australia at 4.
I don't know. I don't really know anything about the Australian system. I could also read when I started school. I was hungry I wanted to, like Mum had taught me because I wanted her to. And,
Yeah.
she was at home with me, so that was an option. And I was the eldest child. I wasn't the only child. I was the eldest. So, there's some advantages in that. Like you get to have more one-on-one conversations with adults right from the get-go. But yeah, I think my new entrance, my first, year 0 teacher was like, "This is not okay. You've taught her the wrong way." Like she almost took it as like an affront to her teaching that my mother had dared to teach me something. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was a weird dynamic. But anyway, they moved me on to the next group fairly quickly. So.
Awesome. I don't remember learning to read. I remember when I realized that I could read because I was in bed waiting for my dad to come, and we were reading The Wind in the Willows. And I was holding the book, looking at the page, just sort of waiting for him to come and read to me. And he was taking so long. And I was just like, oh, I can read this. So like I started reading and he came up and he was so mad at me because I'd gotten ahead without him.
I love it.
Yeah. But yes, okay, we have done our accomplishments. I have remembered to share links. So I can close those tabs now, and that means that we can do our warm-up.
Yay. I am all set.
Excellent.
My book.
I am not quite ready. Let me catch up.
You're right.
Okay. So, I need to switch the text over. Okay. Here we go. Hi, Joe. It is awesome to see you. Joe, I don't know if you've met Amy. This is Amy. Jamie is in the chat today. Amy's keeping me company, and we are about to start our warm-up. What was I? Okay, yes, warm-up. My brain is just refusing to do the thing. We are going to take a tarot card. We're going to use that as the jumping off point for 5 minutes of kind of either brainstorming, writing, list making, whatever it needs to be. The only thing is that we're not editing ourselves. This is just 5 minutes of like pure, uncensored writing to get our brains into the creative zone. And yes, our card today is the Lovers, which I believe are 2 Canada geese.
Oh, nice.
Doing the Canada geese thing of flying one slightly ahead of the other so that the one behind has the is it the backdrop?
Like the draft.
Yes.
Like the cyclists do.
Yes. And then we've got the there's a point of light radiating this gorgeous rainbow light from above them, which really lovely card.
Nice.
Yes. And let's see. I've got to look it up because I've got a vague memory of what the Lovers is, but the way my brain is working or not working this morning, I think I need the refresher. So, two Canadian geese are mates for life, travelling partners within an expansive sky. The Lover's card is a welcome sight in any reading as it suggests a beautiful and strong relationship on the horizon. Yes, you'll experience all the thrills of desire and romance, but meanwhile, you'll be building a solid foundation together. The lovers honour and respect each other, and with that, they can go anywhere. If you're already in a relationship, it's time to be grateful and nourish this rare and precious gem. Which, that's very different to the last card I drew.
Yeah, no kidding. It's interesting because that whole because they all take turns leading. And it's definitely something I see in my relationship is like when one of us freaking out and panicking, the other one, like, even if they're feeling just as stupidly stressed, will often be like solid and rational and calming.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the opposite is also true. Like if you're like, right, I'm going to be calm, this is fine, this is okay, the other one will be like almost feel the necessity of like pointing out all the things that are not right. Just don't be delusional, things are not that good.
Oh no.
Bring each other down as well as bringing each other up.
That is very funny. I'm looking for somewhere I can pop this up. I think this is the energy I want for this part of the story I'm working on.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
I'm coming up to the editing, actually. That's quite a nice kind of, thing to be thinking about, how the dynamic is between them.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay. So I have got my timer ready to go. 5 minutes starting. Excuse me, 5 minutes starting now. Okay. That was the end of our warm-up. I got maybe 2/3 of a column. And I ended
Nice.
up sort of pre-writing how the scene that I'm currently working on is going to go. So that was useful.
Nice. I love a bit of pre-writing. I wrote a page.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Kind of about. I first started with Canada Geese. Always make me think of that Anna Paquin movie, that old one, Fly Away Home.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, we're starting to get this place ready to sell because we bought another house, so we're gonna have to sell this one. And there's quite a massive to-do list that comes with that. So I was just thinking about how we have to kind of work together so that we can get the jobs done.
Yeah. I had a right before we started the stream, I was on Tumblr looking at Has-Been Hotel junk, basically. And somebody shared a quote pretty much saying, you know, like Lucifer is like cute as a baby duck but with the like ferocious mad energy of a goose. And I actually think it's a really good description of him. So that was kind of colored my interpretation of the card a bit.
Yeah. That's cool. It's interesting where our brains go, eh? Well, I'm going to do some editing this morning. What are you up to, Julia?
I am going to, I think just get to work on my fanfic. Is the audio working? I've just put my headset on.
Yeah, you're all good.
Brilliant. I've found listening to music as I write has been really useful, so I'm going to keep that up.
Nice.
Jo had a reread of her work in progress to get into the zone and has just confirmed that my audio is still good. Excellent. I am sad not to see Jamie's notebook, but here we go. We want 20 minutes. And I'm also, oh, come on, timer. There we go. 20 minutes. I am talking to myself so that I don't forget what I am doing. I am changing the ticker. There we go. Apologies for that. Yeah, we have the ticker up.
Cool.
I don't feel like I've forgotten anything.
I think we're good to go. All
yes,
right. This is early to be getting into the first sprint.
Yeah. Jamie's going to read the progress on the end of the world and then hopefully write more. Brilliant. Okay. We're all
Did you
going
just say
to
she's going to make progress on the end of the world? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Jamie,
they're going to make progress
personally,
on the end of the world.
they are causing the end of the world, yes.
It's better than a lot of the alternative options I'm seeing right now.
This year. Okay. 20 minutes starting now. Okay, that was the end of our first sprint. We got 423 words, which is pretty cool.
Nice. I actually could probably even keep track of. I've edited 5 and a bit pages.
Awesome.
Probably cut 100 words at most, but that's right.
So I was so into the fic that despite putting my headphones on explicitly so that I could listen to music, I forgot to listen to music.
Oh, well, sounds like you didn't need it.
Yeah. Good job.
Nice.
Jamie failed to focus entirely. Whoops. And Joe went down a rabbit hole of research and got lost. I misread Joe's comment, which is why I laughed. I read it as, I went down a rabbit hole of research and got toast. And I was like, yeah, toast.
Good result. Yum.
Yeah. If only every rabbit hole of research resulted in toast.
Yeah. Would be good.
Yes. Okay. Let's make a second attempt at this focusing stuff.
I think it's working well for us today.
Yes, okay. Jamie and Joe appreciate the toast. So let's take 20 minutes. And if anyone decides to use this sprint to go and get toast, we will not judge.
And also you need to hold it up. Hold it up to the video when you get your toast.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. So that we can judge your like level of toastedness and butter quantities and all that fun stuff.
Yes. 20 minutes starting now. Okay, that was the end of our second sprint. We had an off-care Care Bear visit, which is super exciting. We also got, we've also been joined by Billy, Morena Billy, and by Maggie. Gosh, excuse me.
I am
and
here.
Amy's back. Sorry.
Yes, I went to dose up. My daughter has done something to her knee, possibly broken something. We have an MRI booked for Monday, which will hopefully mean actual answers. But just have to kind of manipulate her into taking painkillers because she doesn't like how they taste.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I was off doing.
Yep. I
bribe her with
thought
cheese
that
and
you might
crackers.
have had toast envy. Joe,
No,
they're better than
I actually had a substantial breakfast just before we started, so not hungry.
Awesome. Joe got 812 words, which is very good. Well done, Joe.
Nice.
Billy,
It's
what are
awesome.
you working on today? Lilith and Adam are bickering, which is kind of normal for this fic. I don't think they've actually ever been nice to each other. But I am very keen to get past this so that I can go back to Lucifer and Lilith being awesome.
Nice. I actually went down a research rabbit hole in that session.
Yep.
I'm writing a medical romance, so I have to check the medical stuff is correct.
Yep.
So I'm looking up malunion and fractures, which is a rabbit hole.
Yeah. So many interesting medical rabbit holes to go down.
So many.
Oh, yay. Billy's back working on her Nana's project, documenting her old diaries, which is fantastic. Nice. Yeah, that's really exciting. Yeah, I can think of nothing else but to suggest that we get back to work. I added about 192 words that sprint, but I also ate some toast. Yeah, that
homemade
is
toast, no less.
Yeah. My stepdad has got the bread maker out again, which is fantastic. And this was loaf number 3. Every loaf is a surprise. But yeah, it is, as you saw, a very nice surprise.
Yeah, that looked amazing.
Yep. So yes, let's get back to work. Another 20-minute sprint. Starting... No, go away. Starting now. Okay. That was our third sprint. And I must have written, I don't know. I am at 992 words total today. So possibly 300 to 400 words that sprint, but
nice.
Adam and Lilith are no longer yelling at each other, but Lilith is crying, which is like almost as scary for Lucifer. So yeah.
Nice. I'm trying to like reduce the word count on this one a little, because for Mills and Bourne they want like 50,000 really, and I'm at 54,600, which is still, I think, within their kind of like wiggle room, so it's not a problem. But I've got an idea for something I'd like to add, so I'm like, be good to cull as much as I can before I go back and add it in.
Yes.
But I've got this section where it's got lots of interiority, but it's quite late in the piece and it's actually good, you know, kind of laying in the like stakes and stuff. So
yep.
I don't know. I'm sort of like trying to cull, but without taking away the emotional impact. Yeah.
Yes. Jamie has read through and wrote. Oh, sorry. Read through is done, and they've added 303 new words, and Joe's added 797. This is awesome.
Oh
wow. Billy says nothing like homemade bread, and then hope your daughter's injury is okay, Amy.
Me too.
We will find out on Monday.
Well, no, we'll get an MRI on Monday.
Yep, and then we'll have to wait for results. But
yeah, but at least with an MRI, you can be fairly confident that you'll get the whole picture. Like
yep.
she had X-rays 10 days ago, and like the initial, like the radiographer looked at it and went, no break, and so that was the only information we got. But then we went back to the specialist on Wednesday, and it was like, well, actually, there is a little dark bit here. It could be a fracture.
Oh my gosh.
But they were like, we need more imaging, so might as well get the MRI and get everything.
Yep.
Get a really clear picture of what's going on.
Yep.
So, yeah, hopefully. I was doing my research for my medical romance novel, and it was weird because I was looking at the character's got a bone that's healed the wrong way. And one of the things I was looking at was like reasons why, or like how they fix it and reasons why it happens. And one of the reasons bones don't heal properly is if the person doesn't have enough of certain things in their diet. And Elena decided to go vegetarian about 6 months ago. I'm like, crap,
yep.
I hope that's not a factor.
Yep.
Like, maybe you need to have more protein. She's like, does cheese count? And I was like, well, yeah, okay. She's like, I like cheese. Bring me some cheese. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I can talk her into starting to eat meat again. She's like,
cheese is good.
Yeah. Well, and I don't eat meat, but like, I also am not a growing kid.
Yep.
Yeah. Anywho.
That is tough, but don't try not to worry about that until you get the MRI results and know whether or not you need to worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Also, we don't even know if it's break, so might not be anything to do with it. Could just be like bruised, I guess.
Yep.
Do we take a longer break now, or do we want to keep going?
Yep. Joe says that sounds a bit stressful, Amy.
I think any unknown is stressful, isn't it? When you don't know what you're dealing with.
Especially when kids are involved.
Yeah. Yeah,
Normally, I would
absolutely. It's
say,
affecting her sleep, which I think is the hardest bit in some ways because she's like just not her usual resilient self.
yep. Normally, we would take a break here, but I've forgotten to tell everybody this. I need to leave early today. So, I'm aiming to get out the door at 11:30. So I'm gonna suggest that we start the next sprint. People who need a break, go grab
Nice.
snacks, grab coffee, do all of those things, and people who want to keep working, keep working.
I like
So,
it.
yeah. Okay, in that case, let's get straight back to work. 20 minutes starting now. Okay. I have forgotten what number sprint that is. Maybe 4?
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. So I am now at 1,306 words for the day, which is a good place to be.
Sorry, I had Spotify going on my phone. I didn't click that it was. Yeah. I think I did another 6 or so pages.
Oh, good.
It's so much quicker once it's like back into the dialogue. So
Yep.
don't cut as much.
I have just realized that if I want to leave at 11:30, I'm going to need to make this next sprint packing up all of my stuff and putting it in my car sprint. Jamie has switched to Substack Ramblings and did a little research, which sounds fantastic.
Nice.
What flavour of End of the World are you going with, Jamie? What else? I think that is me up to date.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh no, Joe is having a day. Accidentally muted the chat and didn't realize we were back. Whoops. But we are back now, which
We're
is
back.
good.
So where are you headed, Gillian?
I am actually headed into Christchurch. I have a single night house sit. I'm taking care of a Labradoodle in Brindware. But I have 2 Cluey sessions at a really inconvenient time. So I'm actually going to a mutual friend's place who is letting me like hijack her office for 2 hours. Then I'm going to go to my house sit. So yeah, it's like maximum inconvenience for everyone possible.
Oi.
But it means that I still get to see my students, and the dog is not left home alone.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. This is an incredibly needy dog who destroys stuff if he's alone because he cannot bear not having company that much.
Right, yeah. Okay. So you've really got to be there and be like on.
Yep. And Jamie says, yep, it's the novel based on the tarot card The World, and it's the end of the shared project series, so it's actually a very personal end of the world. Wow. That is lovely, but also I cannot wait to see it. I'm like so intrigued. Okay.
Nice.
I have places to be.
Yeah.
That sounds
final sprint.
Yes, 20 minutes starting now. Okay, that was the end of sprint number 5. I've written 1,533 words today. Very happy with that. Jamie says, yeah, all the major arcana have a book and they'll be released in order. The covers are so super gorgeous and hopefully they'll be made into an actual deck. That would be amazing. Oh, wow. That just sounds like the coolest thing ever, pretty much.
That's cool. You can add it to your monster deck, the one that's like this big.
Yes.
I have no real way of measuring what I have done so far today, but good progress, I guess. I am 14. That can't be right. Like 20 pages from finishing.
Brilliant.
So
that is very exciting.
I kind of want to do it this weekend, but I don't know if that's realistic.
Yes.
I'm a bit of a shocker at setting unrealistic expectations of myself.
Yeah.
Always like, I can do this many things in this much time. And if I don't, I've somehow messed up. Like, it was never realistic.
Yep. Jamie says, I don't know. I might want to keep it separate, which fair.
Totally fair.
The, what's it? Monster deck is pretty big.
It's already a multi-headed monster, yeah.
Yep. Jamie did some more Substacks, watched some Has Been YouTube, yay. Billy, Joe, and Maggie, I hope that you've all made amazing progress. It has just gone 11:30, so I really need to disappear. Potentially, we will be back same time tomorrow, at least potentially, I say, because judging how loopy I am today, I may need to take a morning off.
Totally fair.
We'll see what happens tomorrow, but a stream is scheduled. Whether or not that happens, we will find out tomorrow. But
wait and see.
Yes. So, thank you, Billy. I'm off to go and have my extremely busy, chaotic day. And everyone,
hopefully you don't hit any traffic. You'll just be like sweet as all the way through.
I kind of feel on a weekend the traffic's more likely to be heading out of Christchurch than into it. So that's my hope anyway.
I think that's fair.
But Jamie will be
and
at
it'll
the
be like right
tomorrow.
In the middle of summer sport, so games will have already started or already finished. You'll be fine.
Yep. But brain not processing, but that's okay. Have an amazing week. It was great hanging out with everyone today, and see you again soon. Bye.